Hey guys, it's your girl Me-Anie. I'm up close and personal with you guys tonight because I have a little message I want to deliver, and I don't want too much distraction going on. So if you got questions about the hair, we will talk about that in another video. Anyhow, what I am here to tell you guys tonight is to do your job. Do your job, okay? Do your job. That's what this video is about. So you guys know, like, I'm very, like, I go hard on The Secret. I got it tatted on my body. As believe, receive, thoughts become things, The Secret, all that stuff. So yeah, I go hard on The Secret and trying to break it down to people. And when I feel moved to talk about something, I come on and I talk to you guys about it. So I try to give it in life experiences and try to break it down to you in a way that you guys can understand and help relate with everyday scenarios and things that we go through from a day-to-day basis. So what I want to say is to do your job. And what I mean by that is this. In order for you to get what you want in the universe, we all know that the saying goes, thoughts become things. So the way you think is going to attract the things that you have in your life currently and the things that you're going to have in your life in the future. Therefore, you want to have positive thoughts so you can attract more positive and happy things and people into your life. So the first thing that you want to do is to know what it is that you want. That's your job. That's all you have to do. Nobody's asking you to figure out how you're going to get it. It's not your job. That's not your job. When it comes down to you being at work and you just clocked in and it happens to, something happened where somebody asks you to do something that you don't normally do, what's the first thing you say? What is the first thing you say? That's my job. That is not my job description. Who? Them don't pay me to do that? And I know it happened to me a couple weeks ago, and that's why I was moved to do the video, because I was thinking about it so much, and then something happened to me at work and I just snapped out. I was like, that is not my job. And I honestly, I did not mean to say it, but it was so heavy on my head that it just like popped right out of my mouth. And I really needed to apologize to the young man that I said it to. If you are watching this, I am so sorry. You know how I feel about you. You know how I feel. I didn't mean no harm. I didn't mean to crush your little spirits or nothing, but that wasn't my job. I was just like, that is not my job, and I walked out. I walked out, but that was horrible of me because I shouldn't have done that. But what I'm saying is, you do it at work. You do it at work all the time. Maybe you do, maybe you do not. But a lot of us, we've been in situations where someone asks us to do something that we normally wouldn't do, and we'll either think it or we'll say it like, that is not my, I'm not cleaning up nobody's throw up. That is not my child. That is not my job. Now I'll get you some paper, but I'm not cleaning it up. So you need to apply that method, that the way you think when it comes to that, you need to apply that same thinking to attracting what you want. Know what your job is. Your job is to basically just know. That's all we're asking. All we need you to do is to know exactly what it is you want and be very, very clear about it. Know down to a T what it is that you want in your life. So start breaking it down. The person that you want to be with, exactly what The Secret says. You know, how you want your life to play out as far as your career, your friends, how successful you are. You know, if you know, being in the social light and getting big on YouTube is something that you want to go after, how do you want that to play out? Just know what you want. You know what you want out of it, but how you're gonna get to it, that's not your job. Everything else is going to fall into place. You're going to get the things you need to get this in motion. And I'll give you guys an example. A lot of things come to us too without us really knowing, so you need to put some thought into things that are happening and try to figure out why it's happening. Just maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was saying to myself, like, you know, I really wanted to get into yoga at home and be able to do it on a regular and go from there, because I was, you know, I was a part of a gym in Philly, and the gym there is open 24 hours. But since I've been in Florida, I found one of them in Orlando that was open 24 hours. But since I, you know, relocated and finally got settled here in Tampa, I couldn't find one within that same company that was open 24 hours. And the one that I did find was kind of maybe like 20-30 minutes away. So it just wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth me going all the way out there 30 minutes to this gym, and then the time that I get off of work to go to the gym, maybe it would be closed. Like, it just wasn't panning out the way I needed to be. I will wake up at 2 o'clock in the middle of the morning if I couldn't sleep, and drive around the corner, go to the gym, work out for like an hour or two, wear myself out, come back home and go to sleep. But I didn't have that luxury here because it was kind of far, and then the time, it wasn't convenient for me. So, you know, I was like, you know what, I really need to start doing yoga, and I wish I was in a predicament where I can set up a time and do this every day at the same time, like maybe 5 o'clock in the morning, do it for an hour, and then go to work. So that was my thought. And then maybe like a week later, you know, I got some information at work that said, okay, you can't come in before a certain time. So at first I'm like, well, dang, how am I gonna do what I need to do on certain days, and I have this much time to do it? That's all I was thinking. I was just seeing the negative stuff out of it, and I was like, man, this ain't gonna work. This is boohoo. Like, whatever. It's, you know, it's whatever. So once I got home and I started thinking about it, I was like, well, wait, if I have this extra time because I don't have to go to work this early, then that gives me time in the morning to actually do my workout. And I was like, wait, hold on, that's exactly, that is exactly what I was asking for. So at first I saw it as, you know, I looked at all the negative things that was in it. I wasn't going to be able to do what I needed to do on certain days because I was losing an hour or two here. But in losing the hour of going to work, I gained the hour at home where I can actually do my workout. So at first I didn't see it, but then when I got home, I think it maybe took me a couple of days to actually process exactly what was going on and what I was gaining and how I was actually attracting what I knew I wanted into my life. It took me a couple of days to really realize that. So I'm saying this to you guys to show you that, you know, you might be asking for things and you might know what it is that you want, but how you're gonna get it, you might not always know that. And then when you do receive it, it might not always be plain to you. So you have to really think about what's going on and be aware of things that's happening in your surroundings that's, you know, affecting your life and how it's affecting your life. When things change, we tend to always look at the negative. So shift your thinking to look at the positive sometimes, and a lot of the times it's really working in your favor, and the universe is trying to give you what it is that you're asking for, but you're not really realizing it because you're looking at, oh, how is this change going to affect my life in a negative way? But try to see how it's really going to affect your life in a positive way, because 9 times out of 10 that's what you asked for. You're getting what you're asking for, but you're not really realizing it. So you're kind of thinking like, well, I asked for all these things, but where are they? So that's all you guys really need to do. That's all we really need to do in order to get the things that we want. We need to be clear. And then when things change in your life, don't only look at the negative, but take a look at the positive. Look at how it's impacting your life in a positive way, because most of the time things are changing because of what you're asking for. So that's all I have for you guys tonight. Hopefully this touches somebody. I hope I touch you in some way tonight. And until next time, keep rising. Can I get a gook? God.